Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're answering a highly requested question: how to save tomato plants. Drawing on some absolute masterclass insights straight from the USA Garden Hub, we're going to break down the exact steps to rescue your backyard tomatoes and secure a perfect summer harvest. Let's jump right in.
Tomato leaves turning yellow? If you're a gardener, your heart probably just skipped a beat, right? It's basically the universal nightmare. You've spent weeks nurturing this prized plant, the summer is beautifully warm, you step outside to inspect your garden, and then you see it. A sickly, pale yellow creeping across the leaves of your previously perfect tomato plant. It's an immediate cause for concern, and it can really feel like all your hard work is suddenly slipping away. But hey, don't panic. The plant is simply showing us the primary symptom of a mystery ailment that we need to solve.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, diagnosing the root cause. We've got to find those hidden culprits.
So, when a plant is failing, the super obvious symptom is, those sickly yellow leaves up top. But actually, the real story? It's happening completely underground. You've got a struggling, fatigued root system that is basically crying out for help. The entire subterranean network is compromised. What we actually want is vibrant green growth pushing upward, heavily supported by a massive, thriving, energetic root system down below. Those yellow leaves aren't just a surface issue. They are a massive alarm bell signaling a much deeper systemic failure underground.
Our first instinct is usually to panic and just pour more water on a yellowing plant, right? We assume it's drying out. But the data from the USA Garden Hub points us in the exact opposite direction. The invisible enemies attacking the plant are overwatered soil, poor drainage around the roots, and nutrient deficiency. These three form a really toxic combination. See, when the soil is overwatered and the drainage is poor, those roots are essentially drowning in a muddy bog. And here's a crazy fact. Roots can actually begin suffocating in waterlogged soil in a surprisingly short amount of time, sometimes within just a few days. Because they're suffocating, they completely lose their ability to absorb food, which leads straight to that nutrient deficiency. The plant is starving, not because there isn't food, but because the overwatering has literally shut down its delivery system.
Moving on to Section 2, the three-step cure. It is time to revive your plants.
So the crucial point here is that you do not need a degree in advanced botany to fix this. The USA Garden Hub gives us a highly actionable rapid-fire three-step intervention. Step 1, reduce your watering frequency. We absolutely have to stop drowning the roots. Just let that soil breathe. Step 2, add organic compost. Now that the soil is finally drying out and the roots can function again, you want to blast them with high-quality, easily accessible food to cure that nutrient deficiency. And step 3, remove those damaged yellow leaves. Listen, those yellow leaves aren't going to magically turn green again. They're really just draining the plant's precious energy, so snip them off. This lets the plant redirect all its newly found nutrients into fresh, healthy growth. It's a brilliant logical sequence, really. Stop the damage, feed the patient, remove the dead weight.
And the biological effect of this cure is immediate and, honestly, incredibly satisfying. Healthy, green growth appears. By simply stopping the rot down at the root level and boosting the nutrition with organic compost, you spark a rapid plant recovery. The plant stops fighting to survive in a swamp and just goes right back to doing exactly what it wants to do, growing strong, vibrant green foliage. Which brings us to Section 3, 2 weeks to harvest, the timeline for success. 2. That is the magic number. According to the insights from the USA Garden Hub, it takes exactly 2 weeks to see a complete turnaround. It is absolutely astonishing how resilient these plants are when you just correct their environment. You apply that three-step cure we just talked about, and in literally 14 days, you go from a panicked gardener staring at a dying, yellowing plant to witnessing a complete easy fix. Just 2 weeks to completely reverse the damage of overwatering and starvation. And that brings us to the ultimate reward of this whole gardening intervention: thriving tomato plants loaded with ripe red tomatoes. Just imagine that cinematic backyard garden shot for a second. The bright summer sunlight hitting clusters of beautiful, heavy, flawless red tomatoes. By understanding the root cause and executing that simple three-step cure, you don't just save the plant, you actually secure the harvest. This whole journey is exactly the kind of incredibly practical, focused advice that the USA Garden Hub is known for. So if you found this breakdown helpful, definitely go follow USA Garden Hub for more essential gardening tips that cut straight through the noise. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Take a really close look at your own backyard habits. We water our plants because we care about them, right? But sometimes that care becomes the exact thing holding them back. So is overwatering drowning your harvest? Check your garden today, inspect that drainage, and remember, sometimes doing a little less is exactly what your plants need to give you a whole lot more. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy gardening!